push him up. Come on, Jack. Jack, push him up. So you can see once again how the sheep always like to move away from the dogs, and that makes it easier for the stock and the dogs to do all the work for us. Once again, we like to reward our dogs just by giving them a pat, just to let them know we're pleased with them. Come on, Jack. Jack, sit. Henry, sit. Good boy, so you say, good boy, Henry, good boy. Good boy, Jack. And over you go, Jack, over. And Henry, old man. Now this is the equipment that we use to shear the sheep. It's called the shearing plant. And when I switch it on, you can see the electric motor start up here, and this provides the power to do the shearing. When I pull it into gear, it drives through a flexible shaft inside this tube, spins around, and it drives down to the bottom, to the tool that shears the sheep. Now this is the tool, and it's called the handpiece. Now the handpiece has got two blades on it. This fixed blade on the bottom, this one doesn't move, it's called the comb. This one combs through the wool, just like a comb goes through your hair. And then this blade on the top, as you can see, this one does move, goes backwards and forwards, and that blade cuts off the wool. It's called the cutter. Now it's very fast, very sharp, very noisy, and it's very dangerous. Now this shearing plant, this is what is used today. It's a modern way of shearing, and being the modern way, it's also the easy way. But it wasn't always that easy. A long time ago, all the sheep in Australia had to be shorn by hand, and this is the tool that was used. These are called shears. Now it's about 100 years ago that these were used. At that time in Australia, there were about 70 million sheep. And they all had to be shorn every year using shears. Now the shearers would work for 10 hours a day, and in a day they could shear about 70 or 80 sheep using the shears. Now today they can shear twice that many. One shearer can shear 150 to 200 sheep in one day, or even more. So it's much easier today. Something else that makes it easier for the shearer is this piece of equipment. This was invented by a shearer who had a bad back, so he couldn't shear sheep anymore. So how do you think the shearer got a bad back? From bending over shearing sheep all day. So what do you think the shearer does with this thing to make it easier? Do we put the sheep in here? Hold it in place? This is for the shearer, of course, not the sheep. The shearer gets in here, down in the shearing position you can see the springs working, supporting about half of my weight and taking a lot of strain off my back. So it's very simple but very effective. Now I'm going to get one of these sheep out now and show you how we shear it, and I'm going to hand you over to Kylie and she'll explain to you what's going on during the shearing.
When the shearer catches the sheep, the first thing he does is turn it upside down very quickly, because then the sheep is completely under control and it cannot get away. When the shearer starts to shear the sheep, he starts by removing the belly and the fur. When the belly has been removed, it is kept separate from the rest of the wool. This is because the belly wool requires a different processing than the other wool. The reason for this is because the sheep lies down on its belly. It picks up a lot of rubbish from the ground, mainly vegetable matter, grass seeds, birds, and thistles, which are all hard to remove from the wool. In a commercial shearing shed, there will be more than one shearer, usually 4 or 5 working together, and we call them team shearers. They will start work at 7:30 in the morning, work for 2 hours, have a break and a cup of tea, work for another 2 hours, and so on for an 8-hour day. side to the head now. When the shearer shears around the sheep's head, you must be very careful of the eyes and ears. Difficult part of the sheep to shear. As you'll see, the hand goes underneath the wood. The shearer feels for the skin before he can open up the wood to see where he's going. In Australia, we shear mainly merino sheep, that is the breeder sheep. Merinos are very wrinkly. They have lots of loose skin all over their body, especially around the neck. You might like to think of shearing as having a haircut. When you have your hair cut, it doesn't hurt. You look neat and tidy for a while, but your hair continues to grow and you soon get cut again. It is the same for sheep, except for sheep, we shear them only once a year.
Yeah.